It's that time of year again. It's that time of year again. The air is getting crisp, the leaves are starting to fall, and the Giants are already eliminated from playoff contention. A visit to the local haunted house is a fall tradition for a lot of families out there, but not mine, considering my mom assumed I'd come home possessed by the devil. As Halloween approaches, you may have noticed that a local haunted house in your area isn't opening up this year. If so, you aren't the only one. There seems to be a trend of well-known local haunted houses all shutting down and just fading away. Places like the Scare House in Pittsburgh after 20 years, American Scaregrounds in Waco, Texas after almost 20 years, the Haunted Labyrinth in Rhode Island just had its 40th season canceled.
The Haunted Labyrinth, the scare attraction located in Cranston, opened their doors in 1985, eventually becoming the longest-running haunted house in Rhode Island. The team announced in a Facebook post on Sunday that they will sadly not be returning this year.
The Nightmare on Edgewood in Indiana is shutting down after almost 50 years.
A longtime attraction on Indy's near South Side is closing for good next month. The Nightmare on Edgewood Haunted House has been haunting Hoosiers for nearly 5 decades.
Fox 59's Howard Monroe explains why the owner says it's time for a new nightmare.
Our goal is to always get people to come out laughing, crying, screaming, just having a good time.
Kevin Cook, the owner of Nightmare on Edgewood, says scaring you has been the honor of his lifetime. But after 48 years, the ghoulish good times are coming to an end.
We'd rather go out on our own terms and make it a great last year without being told in December we're done.
In this video, we're going to discuss the reasons why these businesses are closing and why this industry is so difficult. The first reason is due to higher regulations and insurance burdens. In 1984, there was a fire at the Haunted Castle at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. This attraction tragically trapped and killed 8 teenagers in the blaze. Six Flags was charged with aggravated manslaughter, and they were accused of ignoring multiple warnings from safety consultants to install automated sprinkler systems and smoke detectors. Since the haunted house is designed to be as scary as possible and as dark as possible, the exits aren't clear, and in a situation like a fire, that can be a death sentence. Six Flags was found not guilty for the manslaughter charge, but did end up paying millions of dollars in damages to the victims' families. In the aftermath of the fire, haunted houses were determined to be special amusement buildings in the International Building Code. This meant they would be required to have a fire alarm system, a fire sprinkler system, an emergency voice communication system, and exit lighting. So basically everything just countering the design of a haunted house that makes it a death trap in these emergency situations. Geez, that story was awful. I guess you could say it was a dark night.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now this is a perfect segue into our second point, which is higher expenses. So in order to make these safety changes and all these additions to the building, those are additional costs that the haunted house is going to have to eat. According to the Haunted Attraction Network, the expenditures of a haunted house increased 15% year over year. And with higher interest rates and increasing property values, the cost of renting or buying these large commercial properties that host these haunted houses is just increasing every day. Speaking of inflation, if these haunted houses really want to scare American families, they should show them the most terrifying thing they could ever imagine: a dozen eggs. Now the third reason this industry is so difficult is due to increasing competition and higher expectations from visitors. Nowadays there are modern, well-funded haunted attractions that feature light shows, projections, and animatronics to make their creatures come to life. The special effects at some locations are on par with blockbuster movie sets. Places like the Darkness in St. Louis and the Netherworld Haunted House are just on another level from the haunted houses we think of nostalgically. So these smaller local haunted houses not only have to compete with the larger, more funded attractions, once they do get those visitors, then they have to deal with the higher expectations that they have due to how the industry is changing. Now this can lead to additional expenses as the smaller local haunted houses try to compete as best they can and upgrade their attractions. The short revenue window makes this industry even more competitive, as these attractions only have between late September and late October to get all these visitors. And we all know what happens on November 1st. There's a reason all the stores start putting out Halloween decorations in August. Per usual, the little guys are losing to the larger corporations that are more funded and can handle a bad year like the COVID year without going completely out of business. And it's even harder to compete with these larger locations because these attractions like Disney parks and Universal Studios are running year-round. So they don't have the additional costs of preparing an entire building, in September every year. It's just something that they're constantly running the entire year. They just update it for the Halloween season.
Well, what have we here? A magical place that's looking to get scared with bats and ghouls and cars in disguise. I've cast quite a spell now. You won't believe your eyes.
The spell is cast. Halloween time is back with spectacular experiences in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure Parks.
And there are larger haunted house specific companies like the 13th Floor Entertainment Group, which is going around buying haunted houses and becoming a large force in the industry.
13th Floor is an immersive experience. It feels like you're walking through a live movie. Our sets, our actors, everything inside makes you feel like you're walking through a true horror movie. Our walls, our sets, our ceilings, our floors, everything moves.
Definitely interactive because people are coming at you from every angle.
Every angle. We have walkouts, multiple walkouts, up to 100 that can't make it through the haunted house. It's pretty scary experience. It's a 45-minute walkthrough.
And so there are areas where you go, I can't take it. You can run out.
Yes, you tell a monster like, hey, I can't do it anymore, and they'll show you the nearest exit. The exit signs are very well lit. We have people that want to leave all the time.
Is there an age minimum?
We say if you're 13 and under, come with an adult. Any age can really come. It depends on your fear factor, I guess, but any age can come as long as you're with an adult.
All right, tell us what the concept is behind 13th Floor.
13th Floor is that imaginary floor you don't really see on hotels or apartments. So we're that weird, psychedelic, scary dream world that you don't experience unless the elevator opens on this weird third dimension world.
In conclusion, I recommend trying to visit your local haunted house this year. Help them out if you don't want to see this industry fade away entirely. It's all up to the public to consciously support these local, small businesses, these mom and pop shops, in order to defeat these corporations. Otherwise, they just can't win. But while you're visiting your local haunted house, maybe have a look around and make sure that the safety requirements in the building are up to code. If you enjoyed this video or you found it informative, or maybe you just think Batman's the greatest hero in the DC or Marvel universe, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy your spooky season, and I'll see you on the next one.